Hi, I'm Jacquin. I've made this video to answer a question that's often asked by hypnotherapists. Can hypnotherapy be used for more than one person at a time? The examples I'm going to give on this video are true cases that I've seen of couples that have come to see me for two completely opposite problems. I have used hypnotherapy in a group of over 200 people. So yes, the answer to the question, can it be used successfully for more than one person, is yes. And if you're watching this and you have a problem in your relationship and you wonder whether hypnotherapy could work for both of you at the same time, then the answer again is yes. And these examples I'm going to give you will explain why. The first example is of a couple that were trying for a child. They were thinking about having IVF, and they came to see me as a sort of last resort before they went for IVF. Now, this was a lovely young couple. They'd been married for 3 years, they'd been together for 5 years, and they were desperate to have a child. And as they explained, now they'd been trying to have a child for some time. Now, for me, in my world, in hypnotherapy, in hypnosis, the word try implies failure. And we often say it, I'm going to try and lose weight, I'm going to try and quit smoking. You know, it implies that we're only going to try, we're not going to do it. So that's my first sort of starting point with this couple. So I explained by using positive language how that would help them, but then I hypnotised them as a couple. Now, when they were in what I would consider to be a profound trance state, I got them to open their eyes and look at each other. And I said to them then, you know, look at each other, feel the love you have for each other. Think about when you first met, you know, when you were first into this relationship, you know, that time when you couldn't wait to get at each other, where you couldn't wait to jump each other's bones, just because you loved each other, you wanted to be with each other. And I got them to feel that feeling of love once again. At that point in time, I gave them some very direct and positive suggestions. But the main suggestion, and this has come from a book I read, I think it was Jay Haley that wrote the book, about Milton Erickson, who's a man I've studied throughout my hypnotherapy career, if you like. And one of the case studies in that book was about a very uptight couple that, again, were trying for a child. And Erickson, being the genius that he is, or was, he would said to them, I'm going to give you some shock therapy. Now, bear in mind, these couple were I think they were professors at a university. So they're very uptight, they're very religious. So I'm going to give you some shock therapy. And having read that sort of case study that he did, gave me the sort of empowered me to use the same technique. And this is what it was. I hypnotised this couple, as I said. I got them to open their eyes, look at each other, remember how they felt about each other when they first met, you know, the passion they had for each other. And I said to them, look straight at them, and I said, do this. When you leave here today, you're going to go home and you're going to fuck for fun. Forget about trying for a child, just fuck for fun. Enjoy yourselves and just hope that you don't get knocked up too quickly. Now, the upshot of that story was this. I got a letter from the girl a month later. In the letter, she said, we are pregnant. Not very good grammar, but I remember the actual line itself. She said, thank you very much, we are pregnant. And then 9 months later, I got another letter from her with a lovely picture on it of her baby boy that they'd had. So, you know, you have to use your own sort of imagination. How can I get these people to forget about trying, remember what love's about, remember what passion's about, remember what pleasure's about, and, you know, use your own words. You know, another example, completely different, where I see people whose relationships are coming apart because one of the couple snore. And, you know, it's a sort of comedy thing for a lot of people. You know, they make sketches about people who snore. But for a couple in that situation, it's serious, because the person who doesn't snore, in a lot of cases, can't sleep. They end up sleeping in different rooms, which doesn't do their relationship any good. So if someone asks me if I can help them with their snoring, I ask the question, are you married? Are you in a relationship? Are you living with someone? If they say yes, then I see I see them as a couple. And this is how I work. For the person who snores, we can give them some positive suggestions. Maybe they need to lose some weight. You can give us some other ideas for improving their breathing at night. But the best part about a couples therapy for snoring is this: you can give the partner that doesn't snore a suggestion, a direct suggestion, that whenever they hear their partner snoring, the sound of their partner snoring will, one, make them feel secure because they're with the person they love, and the sound of snoring will drive them deeper into the most wonderful, relaxing, profound sleep. So it's a sort of double bind. If for any reason you don't get the result with this person that snores, the person who doesn't snore is their life's going to be enhanced, because now the sound of snoring is going to make them go deeper asleep. So that's how I'd work, and it's an example of how I'd work with couples. There are lots of other examples. So the question, can you hypnotise more than one person? The answer is yes, definitely. And the answer, if you're a couple and you're thinking about a problem that you share, then if you go and see a therapist that understands how you can use these wonderful techniques of hypnosis, positive suggestions, direct suggestions, they will definitely help you overcome those problems in your life.